All right, we are here for the closing moment of Nightmare. It's revealed the Scary Farm 50th anniversary announcement event. We found out earlier today a hanging is returning, and this time it's going to be in Wagon Camp this year. The hanging uncanceled, and they are wrapping the night here. The last bit here before getting our parting gifts is going to be a closing moment. You can see the noose in the center of the stage there. So we'll see what else is part of this. It should be starting any second here. The night in general has been packed with stuff. They really packed this event with things to do. We checked out the historical presentation and got some background on the two new mazes coming to Scary Farm. Two of the three new mazes in Ted Doherty's presentation. So we're gonna have that video up tomorrow with a bunch of new pictures from the concept work for the mazes. Did the store. That video's already up on our channel if you're interested in seeing that. The museum, some great photo ops in there, some awesome props, costumes, all of that. There's been monsters running about in the fog. Check out the food. Also, we'll have a video up of some of the food coming this year. They are focusing on some scary stuff in terms of things like camel stew and elk burgers and things like that. A lot of different types of meats that we're not accustomed to, at least, so that'll be interesting. You can see the crowd. It's been a busy night. A lot of people. The line for this store was all the way down past Ghost Rider. If you're not familiar with where the store is at, it's over by Waxworks or the Emporium if you're outside in the marketplace. Hello there. So a lot of people waiting for that last moment of the night here, and then a couple thousand people going to be departing. Guessing the parking lot is going to be pretty crazy there. But all right, good citizens of Calico, here we come. We will have a separate video with some of the food here. Because it was so busy, unfortunately, we were unable to try almost anything. We only tried like 2 or 3 things, and we did talk about that in the video a little bit, but we were able to get photos and video of all of the food that they had on display, which was probably, I don't know, over 30 different items between sweets, spicy, salty, all sorts of different stuff, savory, of course, as well as some of the new alcoholic beverages coming, including the Devil's Elixir making its way to the Goring 20. So yeah, we'll put that video up, and the history video with some of the behind the scenes kind of concept stuff for 2 of the new mazes. We'll get those up probably tomorrow will be the goal. And then we will have a podcast if you're an audio listener with all of the experiences from the night. Lots of stuff to talk about in our Scary Farm 50th Anniversary podcast series over at Parks and Cons, Veil Thins. So I'll have the next episode of that. We'll be recording actually tomorrow night to talk about all these things, including some of the food and all that. But it's been a lot. They really jammed it in. It was a very different announcement event than in the past. If you've ever been to one of these, I mean, we've loved them from the beginning, but it's all been based in the Walter Knott Theater. They eventually added into the fog and the merchandise to go to the store, and that was a welcomed addition when those things came on board as well. But it's been gone for 4 years. Nothing, 2019 was the last one of these. And I'll admit, there was a long time there where I kind of thought we may never get this back. And so to see them come back with something like this was really cool. Agreed, the slasher maze. Was it Cinema Slasher? Looks really fun. I don't think I caught when they were doing the big presentation how much it was going to pay homage to some past Scary Farm mazes, and that was something during the history presentation or the presentation in the Birdcage Theater, they talked about, I mean, it's going to focus in on Slaughterhouse, it's going to focus in on Trick or Treat, it's going to focus in on Camp Gonna Getcha, and that's really fun and exciting. With that and the 10 chilling, with the chilling chambers, there's going to be, and then the Gauntlet, the Scare Zone, for longtime Scary Farm fans, there's going to be a lot of history built in there. And for new fans, I think it's all going to be just fine. It's not going to be something that anybody needs to do homework on and, you know, read or anything. It's just one of those things like, if you get it, you get it, and it's awesome. If you don't get it, it'll all be good. Still be able to enjoy it. I'm really excited to see that Gauntlet Scare Zone and see how that fits in over in the former Hollows. Really love the Hollows, and so it was kind of sad to see that one go. But I'm definitely excited to see the Gauntlet, because Gauntlet was definitely as iconic as you can get in some Scary Farm history there. So, all right, so this was supposed to start at 9:45, so we are still waiting. The crowd is gathering more and more here as we look back. They do not have any t-shirts with Wolfman Jack that I saw. They did have Seymour, and he's on the back of one. I believe it's his silhouette with a red and black to it, and it's a black shirt. It says Sinister Seymour, and it's on the back. I wish it was on the front, because on the front is just the little kind of pocket logo, Scary Farm 50. Would have liked to have seen that on the back, but I'm sorry, the Sinister Seymour on the front. I actually had it in hand to buy it and then put it back when I saw it was on the back, and I may still get it, we'll see. But I did not see anything with Wolfman Jack, though. That would be cool. And they did have Elvira, talking about other hosts from the past there. Didn't see any Ed Alonzo, didn't see any Weird Al or some of those other icons of Scary Farm past. I believe they did have a Crypt Keeper maquette in the museum, not for sale, but just on display there. The museum store, I cannot recommend enough if you're able to come out and check it out during the day before Scary Farm. I think during Scary Farm is going to be rough. Like, it was a huge line. And if you're able to in the day, it's going to be open for normal operating hours during marketplace hours, was what we were told. And so you can go about it that way. The lanterns. So the lanterns do have effects. Basically, they light in different ways. I mean, there's one right here next to me. They change color as you go to different parts of Ghost Town. We didn't buy one of the lanterns because they're just kind of, I don't know. Well, to be honest, we didn't buy any. We ended up not buying anything. We had a few things in hand, but the store, they only had, I think, 2 cash registers working, and we were in the first, 10 people in the store, and it already had a huge line by the time we got done doing our video. 20 people were in line, and we're just we're going to miss at least another 30 minutes of the night out here. So we're going to try and come back in day operations and take our time, enjoy it more, and also buy some stuff. And so maybe we'll buy the lantern. I love the idea of the lantern. I just kind of need to know a little bit more of what the lantern will do. And as of tonight, it seemed like it turned different colors in different parts of Ghost Town. But I know it's supposed to have other effects. They say it's going to have 100 different interaction points, so we will see. If they end up actually working like the wands, then we will totally have to get one, meaning that the thing I love about the wands is either those interactive windows that it makes it do things. So if there are, and I know they said at the Midsummer Scream panel that there would be some of those types of moments where the lantern would make, a spider do something or things like that. We'll definitely get it. Wow, so 45 minutes even getting over there fast. Yeah, I think for us, that's going to be our big warning to people as they plan their night at Scary Farm is, I think our number one recommendation is don't do this Legacy store at night if you can at all avoid it. We will definitely be covering the buffet. We are going to be doing the buffet the second night, so the Friday. We're not doing it opening night. Media night is not that, but on the second night, we'll be doing it. We're actually having our Parks and Cons crew night from some of our Patreon supporters are going to be joining us here. So we will do the buffet, and I will definitely do video and kind of an update on that. I'm really curious to see what it is. They added that kind of surge pricing type thing for the early seating of the event this year. So interested in that. There's also all the work being done on spurs right now. So I'm really curious to see if that all gets complete prior to the event. I really hope it does. Back in the old days when we started coming to Scary Farm for the buffet, we were eating across the street over by Independence Hall, and that's where they had it. And we thought it was the greatest thing ever, and we were kind of mad when they moved it away from there. So I know it's just all what we get used to. But as we flash forward to 2023, if they don't have a Spurs version, I know I'll be very disappointed to start, and we'll kind of see where it goes from there. But really liked having it in there. We've done the hotel version, we've done Mrs. Knott's version, done a bunch of them. Did they run out of lanterns? I'm not sure if they did after we were there. I mean, they have tons of them. From what we were told, they won't run out of anything for quite some time. So I don't know how accurate that is on any one thing. But they had tons of lanterns in there when we were in the store. But we were also in the store, like I said, in the first 10 people in there. And we were in and out in like 15 minutes because we had to get on to the next thing. But they had plenty of lanterns. I don't think they sold out. But definitely a fair amount of people have bought them. It is interesting with the lanterns to see how much more bright it makes, like walking down Fog Alley. I mean, there's not as, it's not a normal Scary Farm night, obviously, but, walking down the alley and seeing 7 people with the lanterns, it just seemed a bit lighter than I would expect. All right, it's getting late. I have a long way, relatively speaking, to drive home and get up early, so I really hope this starts very soon. There we go. Let's do it.
Someone help me. You don't have to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go! This is insane. Somebody help me. You don't have to do this. You're just going along with it. I know you. Why won't you help me?
So it's a callback to the old school hangings of the witch before all the funny stuff.
You'll regret this.
Y'all ready for a hanging? Good people of Calico, the time has come for us to end the misery that has beset our town. We have captured the witch, Sarah Marshall, and she will stand trial for her crimes. Bring forth the accused! Sarah Marshall, you are accused of the crime of witchcraft. How do you plead?
Not guilty. I'm no witch.
Liar!
This is insane. Some malady has infected your minds. I'm no witch. You must see that what you are doing is wrong. I'm innocent. You have no proof.
We have proof! Our crops have failed. Our children are missing. You are to blame! As judge and lawman of the town of Calico, I sentence you to hang by the neck until you are dead. We will have justice!
Foolish man. All fire and fury signify nothing. You are weak. You are nothing.
You got something to say, witch?
The end of the Scary Farm 2023 Nightmares Rebuild event. Thanks for tuning in. Again, we'll have a couple more videos out tomorrow. Got another video up on the channel now if you're interested. And we will be back with lots more Scary Farm stuff in the weeks ahead. A couple maybe behind the scenes things coming. So subscribe if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Until next time, we'll see you in line somewhere.